Okay, let's jump into today's daily challenge. So for today we have Umbra Melting Remnant, both with their exiled versions. So we have Primitive Mold, Plink and Primordium as our champion. Primordium and Remnant, especially with Primitive Mold, seems interesting. That should enable some powerful shenanigans. We just need to make sure to not eat up Primordium all the way and instead get it to die before it gets eaten up, so we can actually reform it instead. We have fast draw, friendly units get quick, very nice. Wand of Cure Light Wounds and Levity. Restore 5 health to all units after combat, and enemy units get haste. There are some very high scores on the leaderboard today. We have a 55 and a 53k score. These are also very fast, so they might not be legit. We'll have to see. Most other scores are between 46 and 49k. Okay, let's jump into the game and see how it goes. So we are fighting Dace Talos, Scorch, Fell and Consume Seraph. Our starting cards are Mind Collapse, Whiplash and Engine Upgrade. Very happy about this Whiplash, to be honest. That's a great card to put on Primordium. What else? Yeah, that's it. Engine Upgrade is also a nice card to have that allows us to play some more cards. Oftentimes. Jackstrip versus Exploding Candle. Exploding Candle isn't bad, but I don't plan to go too heavy on on Burnout. This fight we don't have Drex. Let's go with Jackstrips instead. That's just more reliable, even though it's a little less powerful. It always works, whether or not we have a Burnout unit. I think I want to go with Aggressive Edible here instead of Superfood. Superfood can be a nuisance. If we put a Whiplash on Primordium, Primordium will carry over the Burnout to the Ether, which is usually not a problem, because as long as Primordium is around and gets eaten, the Ether will gain Burnout stacks from Primordium. But if we miss a critical reform on Primordium or something like that, then the Burnout could fall off and we could lose a lot of our work. So let's go with Aggressive Edible here. Okay, enemy units enter with armor 10. That should be fine. The enemies also have haste. I think we want to set up on the top floor. Make sure Primordium has some Burnout on it. Heal 5 to this guy here. We do still lack some power here. We are 13 damage off. We can't provide 13 damage. That's just not possible. I think we start with Blink trying to hit the backliner. Oh no, we weren't actually that much off. I I forgot about the Wand of Cure Light Wounds and the medic in the back. So we do have the kill here. Next turn we get to respawn Primordium. Shouldn't have played the second train steward on the bottom floor. That's gonna make it very hard to get a bottom floor kill. Yeah. What's left in our deck? Another train steward. Not much I can do here. Yeah, if I left the space on the bottom floor, I might have had enough to push through and get the kill on the bottom floor. But then again, there was also a chance that I would have gotten the would I have left the Disciple Foot Soldier through. That's actually very likely. That's a pretty good train steward. I think these are solid stats for a train steward. Perils of Production, Immortal Trait, Pack Morsels. I do like a Pack Morsels just in case we don't have Primordium around for a turn. Gripfall is very nice. Alloyed Construct. That can work. Alloyed Construct. Is that gonna be our frontliner? That makes it very difficult to set up on the bottom floor. How do we get bottom floor kills is the question. The answer is, I'm not sure. Probably not with Alloy Construct. Unless we find a way... We would need Feast or something, and it would need to be in our opening hand. Or we would need a secondary unit on the top floor that can just take care of things. I don't like it. We could look at this Umbra banner and maybe find something there. We want something that scales well with pure stats. And Alloy Construct isn't bad in that regard. It just sucks that it can't attack on the first turn. And that's a real problem here. Because the enemies have haste, we don't have a lot of time to set up. So very often the frontliner from the first wave will just get through to the pyre if we go with the Alloy Construct game plan. But then we should be good from that point on. I'll take it for now. If I find something better, I won't hesitate to cut it. Spell damage on Mind Collapse or Plink, cost reductions on Primitive Mold or Dripfall, Holdover could go on Dripfall, nothing to double stack, I don't want to drop double stack Dripfall. Spell upgrades are okay. Unit upgrades I don't like a lot because I don't want to be in Alloy Construct. What unit could we get from the Remnant banner that would make us drop the alloy construct and go with remnant banner, remnant units instead. Legion of Wax? Probably not. 4 capacity, hard to use. Paraffin Thug or Wickless Tycoon? Paraffin Thug is a bit hard to keep alive. Okay. Large Stone. Let's go Wickless Tycoon. Wickless Tycoon doesn't really need Large Stone. Wickless Tycoon needs Multi-Strike. There we go. And better base stats would also be nice. Now we can put the alloy construct on the top floor perhaps. Not 100% sure how this is gonna work out, but this seems reasonable. Spikes are somewhat annoying. Actually, they might be fine. Yeah, spikes are actually not a problem. I really hope to hit the... Yeah. Okay, that worked out. We can set up the alloy construct on the top floor. Primordium on the bottom floor. Yes, it dies. We are gonna reform it anyway. Top floor is fine for this turn, but we need another mortal for next turn. Didn't get it. That means this Forge Disciple might be an issue. Let's kill the backliner, that always happens. What do I have to stop the Forge Disciple? Mind Collapse? Train Steward plus Wicklash? Can we make anything else work? Pack Morsel has a small chance of working. Dripfall doesn't help, right? Doesn't. We got a Mind Collapse, that's great. Yeah, and we win on this floor. Space Prism. Prismal Dust. Prismal Dust not that good without Superfood. Space Prism is neat. I think I like it. Gripfall, Molten Encasement, Purifying Cleanse. I'll take a second Gripfall. That might be worth it. I think we have our unit now. Is it time for spell upgrades, or do we want to get a relic? Which are the ideal relics for us? Definitely the resin block would be great. Other than that, I mean, hammer chestplate is always nice with Primordium. There are a few others that could work, but these are the most important ones. It's not that many. Do I want an Umbra unit though? I'm actually quite happy with the Wickless Tycoon as my main unit. What's next? Merchant of Steel, Merchant of Magic could be here, but this is very tempting. Ugh. Yeah, we want the spell upgrades now. Otherwise they won't be available for quite some time. What do we want to cost reduce? Whiplash, Gripfall, Primitive Mold, probably Whiplash. This spell is pretty important in this deck. Let's upgrade a Blink with some magic power. We don't want a double stack. These spells are not worth double stacking. Consume removal. Could go with that, but not that exciting. The second Whiplash. Sure. Oops, wrong order. I mean, Dante is a good eater. He eats Primordium very well. But I can't really see this working out for us, to be entirely honest. What would I need to make Dante work? Abandoned Stave. Also, we are up against Consume Seraph, so against Seraph, Dante is a lot better. Fine. Just because we're up against Consume Seraph and Dante gets 3 more multi-strikes because we have 3 more blights added to our deck for that fight. At least I think that's how it works. Blink. Set up the Alloyed Construct. Hate not being able to set up the engine upgrade. No reform this turn. Well then. At least we still have fuel next turn. What are you doing? Days, huh? But we have quick, so it doesn't matter. Ooh, still no reform. That's painful. At least we have some more fuel here. So that's nice. These need to go in the middle floor. We can't have them die. That would be disastrous. Finally. Let's increase the capacity here so we can also play a Crainsword. Actually, we're probably better off with Morsels instead. Top floor is fine, just managed to get a kill on both of them. Damage here. Good thing these Crainswords heal up in between, so we don't have to worry about them. Nothing left to reform. Nothing to Gripfall either. And there is our bottom floor kill. Shroud Spike, Formless Child, Remnant Pact. Remnant Pact would be another way to make Primordium work. Instead of reforming. Shroud Spike doesn't work on Primordium. Formless Child and Primordium is insane. I want to try that. keep these. What do we want? Ember or draw? Dante requires a bit of both. But we have the engine upgrade, so let's get draw. The candles ruin some of our draws, but they also cost amber. So we want a mix of both to negate that effect, basically. 20 attacker. I don't think I want to add superfood right now. The attack scaling is not that important, but it's still good. Ideally I will get 1 stack of Stalwart Eaten later on. All the trained stewards I'll purchase. I think Plink might be more important. 1 trained steward definitely has to go. I think the other one is Blink. What's the dupe? Is it engine upgrade? It might be engine upgrade. Random artifact. For multi-strike? Sure. We are quick, so we might be able to do something about that multi-striking business. This is a rough first turn, because we can't really set up well. If we play Wickless Tycoon, Primordium, Wicklash and Alloy Construct, then the Alloy Construct does nothing because we can feed it. If we skip Wickless Tycoon and set up Primordium on the top, that could work, but then we don't have a bottom floor. If we Plink, we have a chance of killing the backliner and finding food for Construct, but then we can't play the Wickless Tycoon either. I think this is the best way to play this turn. Maybe we can Wickless Tycoon later, once we draw back into it. Top floor resolves first, so Primordium burns out, and then we Formless Child it back. I should play Mind Collapse. And Gripfall isn't necessary. $65 power Primordium. That looks pretty good to me. 1 fuel on this guy. Can we Plink anything? Only this backliner. I guess that's what we do. Let's get Primordium dead so we can reform it next turn. There's a chance we don't draw the reform, but luckily it's pretty small. Alright, we cook at the Formless Child. Well, that's not a bad thing. We have pack morsels for the top floor, so we are still fine here on this front. Play out a train steward. Hey Karastewin, thanks for the feedback. I feel like it's on my side. I am gonna look into it after this run. I'm sorry. I have no idea what's causing it, to be honest. And it might need some, I might need some time to figure it out. 80 attack, yeah, that's good enough. Hoping to draw Wickless Tycoon next turn. Wait. What happens if I start feeding the Formless Child? I will need to one-shot the boss, which is not happening. I'm gonna bring it back anyways and put it on the top floor. There's our Tycoon. Now we need some support. Start with a blink. We took up both of them, and that's gonna be the win then. Hi, Rock Bogglesworth. Rock Bogglesworth, is the stream buffering like crazy for you? Void Binding? No. Cave in when we have 2 Drip Falls? Seems unnecessary. Cannibalize though, yeah. I would like one more Reform spell, and it does work out with the Consume Relic we have. Okay, now we have Dante. Should make things a bit easier. We want to upgrade him immediately. Iron Drop Cage makes these Drip Falls very, very powerful. Yeah. And the spell damage isn't needed because we have Dante's Cloak anyways for the Mind Collapses. Multi-strike. I would be happy about this if we were still going with Wickless Tycoon. I just want a large stone on Dante, really. If I can't find large stone, what else? Is that ever useful? Another hit? Just one more hit? No. There we go. Construct might still be necessary. Tycoon definitely isn't. Yep, that should work. Spell Shield, that makes our Plinks pretty useless. And our Mind Collapses, but that's fine, I think. A bigger problem is the actually the boss. Do have to feed the alloy construct at the moment. can't keep you there. Yeah, that's definitely strange, Rock Bogglesworth. I already commented about that as well. Stripfall the Primordium, so Dante can start eating. We should still have at least one fuel left. We do not. Uh-oh. Well, we can still get the kill. Alright, that's 15, not 16. I'm stupid. How did we lose all our fuel so fast? I'm an idiot. That was so bad. I forgot about the... I forgot about the Traitor's Quill. Should have used that. So we Drip Ball, we play Dante, we pack Morses. Feed the Construct. Discount the Candle. Increase Capacity and Whiplash. Because we need to make sure the Primordium doesn't get eaten all the way up. That's very important. We do have fuel. Why didn't we have fuel last time? Didn't I play a bunch of morsels on the top floor? Let's bring back Primordium. Ah, that doesn't work, huh? We can't reform Primordium this turn with the Formless Child. Then I might as well not play the Formless Child. Okay. 70 damage out of 71. Pretty close. But we got it. We even have 2 Drip Falls left over, so it wasn't that close. Embocage. I mean, we have the Consume Relic, it should be pretty solid. We no longer need unit upgrades, let's go to the right. Memorial Fund. Mind checks is almost useless if every enemy has haste. Take the fund. How do we speed things up? With Cannibalize. We have to set up this top floor, which means we have to take the damage from the penance. Oh. Apparently my stream is doing weird stuff. Let's see. We wanna cannibalize, then reform. Play Dante on the bottom floor. Do we wanna weak clash before or after the reform? Before. We want to have some fuel in it, the construct. Oh no! No! Did I engine upgrade the bottom floor? Ah. That sucks. Construct, Primordium, Whiplash, engine upgrade the middle floor. We Whiplash, Cannibalize, play these out. Ante on the bottom, reform Primordium, and play out the weight of nutrition. We can Formless Child cannibalize the Formless Child, but that's too expensive. I can't play the Ultimate Penance that way. So we just reform. Do need to play the Penance. It's a chunk of extra damage against Phil. Not that much, but interestingly. Well, we only have 4 Multi Strike on Dante and... yeah. Whew. That's a lot of bad cards in the hand. But we have the Mind Collapse, so we can play Primordium here, play these out, Mind Collapse, and then get back to doing useful stuff. Weight Clash, Cannibalize, Reform. We should have the kill here. We should be able to get the kill here. There we go. Blazing Bolts, Kindle, Bounty Stalker. Skip. None of these really help. With 2 engine upgrade, we should usually be able to get our Ember to a comfortable level. So let's take more draw. Still looking for a way to speed the whole process up. Resin block maybe? None of these really help. Wax or Snuffer, Mask of Penumbra. Mask of Penumbra is certainly good. Wax or Snuffer doesn't really work with Formless Child because we are only reforming Primordium with it. Take the mask. I guess it has to be aggressive edible again. We cannibalize you. Oh, and then we can't Formless Child. Oh. Oh no, we have Sacred Wicks. How did I miss that? Ah, that draw sucks. Well, that was lucky. don't want you to get eaten. We have to play some monsters to draw a card. That, well, I guess stunt is big enough. It's not like we need flying kills or anything on this fight. That means I won't have anything to reform. Might as well get something then. Okay. None of these. Memories of the melted resin removal engulfed in smoke. Nope. Resin block, please. Fate's first blade. No. Hellspanner's is pretty nice. Anything to double stack? Not really. We don't really need cost reductions anymore now that we have Hellspanners. Yeah, I think we just leave it at that and keep the gold. Do want to perch one engine upgrade now. Or is there... let's go with the Prince York first. And onwards to Seraph. I think we start out with a blink. Let's kill Primordium in preparation for the next wave. We have nowhere near enough damage to kill this guy. Well, it's actually somewhat close. We might be able to get it. Backliner. Let's play Dante and Primordium. Play this, cleanse the top floor. Okay, that worked out quite well. Burnout Child. Should work. We should get back the Primordium with plus 40 attack. There we go, Primordium with plus 40. Very nice. Yeah, we can make Primordium even bigger, but not reliably because we might get back the Formless Child. Space Prism. Bring back Primordium. Next time we get Seraph down to the bottom floor, we might be able to get a kill. This is a lot of damage. Not quite enough damage, however. I was hoping I should have played that differently. Should have brought back the Formless Child, then sacrifice Primordium, and then bring it back with the Formless Child instead. I think we have the kill next turn. I'm gonna set up the Formless Child just in case. There we go, on the bottom floor now. Let's clear the path. For Dante. And there we go. Okay, 5-turn boss rush. That's solid. Not quite 50k, but I'll take it. That was good. Dante grew pretty big in the end. So, yeah, the Primordium reform, Formless Child, if it happens to line up with the Cannibalize or the Whiplash to make sure Primordium never gets eaten up completely and can be brought back. That's pretty nice. Also gives it some additional stats, and the burnout doesn't carry over, but the stats do, so yeah. That was pretty fun. Dante obviously was a great target, a great unit for Primordium to buff. Alloy Construct just as our backup plan for the first wave when Dante isn't quite ready, maybe. That worked pretty well. We also kept quite a bit of gold. We got the 5-turn boss rush on Seraph and on Fel. Although we took some damage on Fel because we couldn't play that Scourge on the first turn. And mostly 3-turn boss rushes on the other fights except for the first one. So yeah, it was a pretty solid run. Let's see where that puts us. In what I'm presuming will be second place, because I can't believe these guys are legit, but let's take a look anyways. 7.7k gold. Yeah. Wait, is there an infinite gold combo or anything? Yeah, there isn't. Don't know why I'm checking this mess of a deck. This guy, that looks much more legit. 7-turn boss rush against Seraph, 10-turn boss rush against Fel. How would you do a 10-turn boss rush against Fel? You play Primordium and Dante on the same floor. You play Primordium. You create a morsel. An Ember morsel. You Shroud Spike the Ember morsel into Prism Retrieval for... Well, the only way to create an Ember morsel would be Primitive Mold. So you Shroud Spike for 4 Ember, that's not a whole lot. You Prism Retrieval for 20 attack on Dante. Dante deals 40 times 4. Yeah, that's almost no damage at all. This almost looks legit, but it can't 8-turn boss rush Talos and 10-turn boss rush Fel. That's just not possible. And then we have this guy who is probably legit with his time and score and deck. He duped the Dante's Candle. That's interesting. I considered that, but decided against it. Got damage shield and attack on Dante. Pretty weak upgrades. Small Shadow Eater with large stone. Aggressive edible as well. Holdover, consume, remove pack morsels, and another pack morsels with consume, remove. Wretch to bring back Primordium. Huh, weird deck. 4-turn boss rush against Talos. Wow. Honestly, I don't really like this deck. And I'm surprised it got the score already, but a 6-turn boss rush on Seraph is probably possible. Well, is possible, I guess, with this deck. But he doesn't even have Descent. He just had to get lucky. Unless he nuked Seraph with spells. Unlikely. This deck looks like such a mess. And then here's me. What did a Fuist do? Huge construct. Bigger capacity. Wickless Tycoon. Kindle Ember Cache. Huge Ember deck. Excavation Eruption. Okay. I mean, that will work. 5-turn boss rush as well. I don't quite understand some of these decks, but I mean, seems alright, seems decent. Did he use Remnant Pack for Primordium instead of Reform? Maybe. Well, oh, one thing I want to check. Okay. Yeah, interesting daily. I definitely liked the interactions between Reform and Primordium. These were definitely very fun.